All right, gang, it is morning parade time. And it is morning parade time because, dun, dun, we have to check on our frog eggs. And to be perfectly honest, I wanted to absolutely check on them first. In fact, I wanted to check on them before I let the birds out. But, you know, I decided we were going to do this together, and we were going to do it naturally, and we were going to do it and find out together. So, oh my goodness, the rain has definitely gone ahead and gotten that door stuck. There we go. Whee! So, we're letting all the birds out first. The birds are swimming in the pond. Our frog egg collection may or may not be there. It may or may not have survived. We had some storms come through since I found them. They may have sank. They may have gotten eaten. They may have been disturbed and moved along, but we are going to find out together. And let me tell you how disappointed I'm going to be if there's nothing here. And you're probably all going to be disappointed with me. All right, moment of truth. And the moment of truth is there's no longer any jelly-like substance in the water. There are, however, if I can get close enough, it's way too soon. Oh, there's some bugs. It's way too soon for anything to have become tadpoles, okay? There's no way. It's just not physically possible. I'm going to try and get a different angle here. But essentially, what it looks to me like, and Lord knows I am not a frog expert, is that some of the eggs are still around. That would be this little round thing that looks like a shadow, sort of getting bumped around by the bugs. They may have settled into the water. They may have settled under the leaf debris here. And yeah, we really, truly got lucky seeing them. So what's next? You know, I told you when we found that whole big collection of eggs, it was a huge collection of eggs, that it was unlikely most would survive. Everybody getting a drink? We have a guinea and a rooster hanging out together? That's unusual. We'll go on an Easter egg hunt. As always, there are eggs to be found randomly. Oh, and a slug. So that's fun. But I don't want to take, oh, well, lovely. There you go. That's a slug. We're going to put him right back in the environment he came in because he does not need to live on my finger. And the ducks will eat him. They like those kind of things. Yum, yum. So back to frog eggs. Well, we're talking about looking for chicken eggs or duck eggs. This is a duck egg, by the way, that had a slug on it. Yay. The things I do. So, you know, frogs lay thousands of eggs, or each individual frog lays hundreds of eggs, let's put it that way, at a time, in the hopes that like one survives, right, to grow up to become a tadpole. And then if you're lucky, of the ones that make it to tadpole, very few actually make it to froglet, and then very few after that make it from froglet to frog. So it's a numbers game. I don't see any eggs here, which is a good thing. So it doesn't surprise me that like the whole mass is gone. What actually surprised me was finding that mass. So just to be clear, right, we got lucky. We got really lucky together. And that lucky together was that we, for whatever dumb luck reason, the universe had me timing my morning chores at the exact moment when those things were still floating on the surface and able to be seen. Now, what they are going to do, sorry, the dog is barking at something not near the form, and now I have to figure out what it is and hope it's not a delivery driver. It's always an adventure. Tonka, come here. Here. That's better. Okay, sorry. It was not a delivery driver. It was nothing. Who knows? Maybe a truck drove by, but I was going to interrupt myself anyway to point out some pretty little flowies here on the edge. So that's fun. I'm going to say trumpet vines, but I could be wrong. In fact, I probably am wrong. Y'all can correct me because you know I don't know my plants. So anyway, continuing the roundabout for eggs. The grass out here has grown pretty high. And for now, I'm content with that because we're, although we've had a lot of rain recently, like in the last week or so, it is still that season where we're going to get drought. The birds are still loving that deadfall. So, no need to cut things back tremendously. But anyway, frog eggs. So the frog eggs situation, I'm so distracted this morning. Frog eggs, duck eggs, slug. Tonka's barking, more eggs. Wait, I'm supposed to be talking about the frog eggs. I have lost my mind this morning, apparently. So at any rate, those frog eggs, they can't stay floating on the surface because that would be detrimental to the ability for them to maybe get camouflaged and survive. So the timing that we had, that the universe gave us to be able to not just spot them, but really see them, right? They had to have been laid, I don't know, within hours, let's call it. I want to say within minutes, but let's be realistic, within hours of when we found them. So really cool. And it's the first time I've ever seen that, which is why I was so geeked up about it. Are they gone now? Yes. Are they all dead now? No, they've probably sunk and floated and kind of, attached themselves to the foliage and the things so that they aren't picked off by birds and bugs and fish and everything else that would eat them. So I guess even though I said I was going to be disappointed that they were gone, and I am because it's so cool to see them, the normal, natural way is that you shouldn't see them. I will hope that at some point in the future, and it takes longer than you would think. So, sometime in the next several weeks, maybe we'll catch a glimpse of some tadpoles. And when they first become tadpoles, they're pretty small. If they're bullfrogs, like I think, their tadpoles will become nice and big. But, they're going to start out pretty small, so even spotting them will be tough. But you can bet I'll be on the lookout for them. And if I find anything, you will know about it. So, yeah, there you go. Our deadfall is slowly starting to disintegrate here. They're still using it as a jungle gym and a playground, and I still can't see in. But all of the little, crevices that they had dug are sort of collapsing in on themselves. So I would think, I don't know, another month maybe 6 weeks, I'll be able to see in here enough to be able to figure out what is underneath all of this and what they've been interested in. I still don't see any eggs in there, though, which is really interesting. My bet is still that there's dozens of them there somewhere, but we shall see. Time will tell. Meanwhile, it's an absolutely gorgeous morning. I have all the dogs out with me, as always. Hughie is enjoying himself. He's back to full speed. And we're going to go get the barn done and then probably have another little chat. So, as always, until next time, there's work to be done. Bye for now.